Thank you for visiting the Waterkotte website and our Statutory Sodomy Defense Lawyer in Missouri website page. Regardless of the crime, we believe everyone is entitled to the best possible legal defense in the state of Missouri. We have created this audio version of our website page to help you better understand our services and protect your future, freedom, and reputation. If you have been charged with statutory sodomy in the state of Missouri, we can help. Don't face the state and court system alone during your statutory sodomy charge. Contact one of our Missouri Statutory Sodomy Defense Lawyers today at 314-900. Help to protect your rights and future. Waterkotte is committed to handling all statutory sodomy defense cases with confidential care and understanding. We are not here to judge you. We believe that everyone in Missouri, regardless of the crime they have been charged with, deserves an aggressive legal defense and to have their legal rights protected. With that being said, let's discuss hiring our statutory sodomy defense lawyers in Missouri and setting up a free consultation with our attorneys. Statutory Sodomy Defense Lawyers in Missouri. Statutory sodomy charges are among the most serious sex crimes in Missouri. Missouri law imposes severe penalties, including mandatory sex offender registration and potential life sentences. Waterkotte is Missouri's leading criminal defense and sex crimes law firm. We are available 24/7 for aggressive legal defense. Call 314-900. Help now for a free, confidential consultation. Statutory sodomy laws in Missouri. Statutory sodomy is a serious felony offense in Missouri, covering any deviate sexual intercourse with a minor below the legal age of consent. Consent is not a defense, and mistake of age is usually not a valid argument under Missouri law. First-degree statutory sodomy. Revised Statutes of Missouri, Section 566.062. Under Missouri Revised Statutes Section 566.062, a person commits first-degree statutory sodomy if they engage in deviate sexual intercourse with a child under 14 years old. Penalties for first-degree statutory sodomy. Punishable by a minimum 5 years and up to life in prison. For an aggravated sexual offense, victim under 12 years of age, inflicted serious physical injury on victim, used a weapon, commits incest, has previously been convicted of a SEC crime. Punishable by 10 years to life in prison. No parole for certain offenders classified as predatory or repeat sexual offenders. Second-degree statutory sodomy. Revised Statutes of Missouri, Section 566.064. Under Missouri Revised Statute Section 566.064, a person 21 years of age or older commits second-degree statutory sodomy if they engage in deviant sexual intercourse with someone under 17 years old. Penalties for second-degree statutory sodomy. Class D felony. Punishable by up to 7 years in prison and fines up to $10,000. What is deviate sexual intercourse? In St. Louis, statutory sodomy cases. Missouri Revised Statutes. Chapter 566 defines deviate sexual intercourse as touching someone's private areas, genitals, mouth, or anus, with another person's hand, mouth, or tongue. Any kind of penetration, even the slightest, of the genitals or anus using a finger, object, or instrument. The act must be done for sexual pleasure, or to harm or intimidate the victim. Key legal considerations in statutory sodomy cases in St. Louis. Strict liability crime. Consent is not a defense. Even if both parties agreed to the act, it is still a crime. Mistake of age is not a defense, first degree. Under Missouri Revised Statute Section 566.020, if the alleged victim was under 14 years old, the prosecution does not have to prove you knew the age of the victim. Mandatory sex offender registration. Convictions require lifetime registration as a Tier 3 offender in the Missouri Sex Offender Registry, meaning severe restrictions on employment, housing, and personal freedoms. Tier 2 offenders must also report in person to the chief law enforcement official every 90 days to verify their information. No expungement possible. A conviction cannot be removed from your record, no matter how much time passes. Defenses against statutory sodomy charges in St. Louis. Being accused of statutory sodomy does not mean you are guilty. The prosecution must prove the case beyond a reasonable doubt. There are several ways to challenge these charges, and an aggressive legal defense can make the difference between conviction, dismissal, or a not guilty verdict at trial. False allegations and motives for accusation. Many statutory sodomy cases stem from false accusations due to personal disputes, divorce, custody battles, or revenge. In some cases, the accuser misremembers events, is pressured by someone else, or is coached to make a false claim. Defense strategy. We investigate the accuser's motive, or their parents or guardians, credibility, and inconsistencies in their statements to expose false claims. Lack of evidence. The prosecution must prove guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. If there is poor evidence, their case is weak. Many statutory sodomy cases rely solely on testimony, which can be unreliable or inconsistent. Defense strategy. We challenge the lack of forensic evidence, DNA, or corroborating witnesses to show the case is built on assumptions, not facts. Alibi and witness testimony. If you were not present at the alleged time and location, we can prove your innocence with alibi evidence. Phone records, GPS data, security footage, and witness testimony can confirm you were elsewhere. Defense strategy. We collect digital records, surveillance video, and credible witnesses to support your defense. Unlawful police tactics. Law enforcement cannot violate your rights. If they do, key evidence may be thrown out. Failure to read Miranda rights. Anything you say before being informed of your rights may be inadmissible. Coerced confessions. Police pressure, threats, or promises to get a confession. Illegal searches and seizures, obtaining evidence without a valid warrant. Defense strategy. We file motions to suppress illegally obtained evidence, weakening the prosecution's case. Facing statutory sodomy charges in St. Louis? You need a tough legal defense. Call Combs Waterkotte Street. Lewis Criminal Defense Lawyers at 314-900-HELP for immediate help. Penalties and consequences of a statutory sodomy conviction in Missouri. Missouri law imposes severe penalties for statutory sodomy, including lengthy prison sentences and mandatory lifetime sex offender registration. A conviction can permanently impact your freedom, reputation, and future opportunities. Classifications and sentences. First-degree statutory sodomy. Life in prison or a minimum of 5 years. Aggravated first-degree statutory. Sodomy, 10 years to life in prison, if the victim is under 12 or other aggravating factors apply. Second-degree statutory sodomy, up to 7 years in prison, and fines up to $10,000. Consequences of conviction. Tier 3 sex offender, most severe, with strict monitoring and restrictions. Prohibited from working in schools, child care, health care, or certain government jobs. cannot live near schools, parks, or daycares, limited ability to travel to certain states. What to do if you are under investigation for statutory sodomy in St. Louis? If you believe you're being investigated for statutory sodomy, do not wait until charges are filed. The prosecution is already building a case against you. You need to act fast. Do not talk to police. Anything you say can and will be used against you. Even denying the allegations can be twisted against you. Do not contact the accuser or guardians. Reaching out, even to clear things up, can be seen as witness tampering. Preserve all evidence. Save text messages, call logs, emails, and any digital records that could support your defense. Write down everything you remember about the alleged situation. Why choose Combs, Waterkotte for your Missouri Statutory Sodomy Defense Lawyers? When you're facing statutory sodomy charges, the stakes couldn't be higher. You need a fearless legal team that knows how to fight back. Combs Waterkotte brings experience, strategy, and relentless advocacy to every case. Fearless trial attorneys. We're not afraid to go to trial and challenge the prosecution's case. Sex crimes defense experts. Our attorneys have extensive experience defending complex sex crime cases. Aggressive negotiators. We fight to get charges dismissed, reduced, or resolved in your favor. 24/7. Availability. Call us anytime. Legal emergencies don't wait, and neither do we. Your future is on the line. Let us fight for you. Call 314-900-HELP today.